Alright, we should be recording. One of the only times I don't have mic issues. Also, sorry if you can hear my chair a lot in the background. But, hey. It's been a long week. It's really been a long week for me. Behind the scenes. Really bad, but had to push these back between yesterday with streams I was already kind of planning on doing, to just the general mess my head was in yesterday, because without everything clumped together, a stream is a lot easier than clumping together and trying to make a video. They'll both take effort to kind of put yourself as yourself, and yesterday I felt kind of off with how I did in the streams. I didn't feel like myself, so sorry about somewhat of my lack of energy. It's just I'm not all here today. But welcome to the Common Talk. There will be no Fighter from 3 this week. I don't think I'm going to be able to field a 20-minute episode, especially with the way I am right now. But I should be good next week and have enough to talk about. Because there's some topics I do kind of drag out a little bit, but with this week I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. But anyways, getting into the Eagles news. The Eagles lost this week to the Patriots, 35-0. But realistically, it served its purpose. We got to see what we needed to see from a lot of different guys. We got to see what we needed to see in terms of a lot of different things. And the scheme was kept very basic because it's preseason. You're not going to give away anything, if at all, because it's the preseason. And that's a good thing. That's good and bad. But you're not going to show your hand until week 1, and even then you're never going to show your full hand. You always have plays up your sleeve just in case for the right scenario. That is something that coaches do all the time. I can guarantee it in the NFL almost. And with Sirianni, especially with all these young minds, I don't doubt that that's another one of these cases. But anyways, alright. I will talk a little bit about fantasy drafts at the end of the episode, because I did do 2 fantasy drafts and I kind of wanted to talk a little about it. I did stream the second one over on Eagles Uncensored's channel, because him and Philly Foothills did a joint stream where they brought a couple of us on that couldn't make it. So we were over there chilling and chatting, and at one point in the first part, you're going to want to see it. I may even clip it and put it in the podcast episode. Well, no. You can go check it out. I may end up putting it on my Twitter and stuff. But I may even clip it, put it on, and kind of have it on the channel. But that I want to ask him about first. About, can I just take the clip, use it on YouTube? Because it is kind of funny. But I did steal his name a little bit quick, but that was for the joke. But anyways, cutting into Eagles news, the roster has been cut down to 80 guys. Still doesn't make it any easier sometimes. But with how our team played in the last preseason game, the third team made it very easy, especially on defensive for cuts. Everybody's calling for Nick Mullins' head, or as I like to call him, 2-pick Nick, or now 2-turnover Nick. Everybody's calling for his head, no matter what. Everybody's calling for a couple different guys' heads because, it's Philly. What do you expect? But anyways, going into kind of what I've got. Howie and Jalen Mills. Howie actually appeared from his cave, or as I like to call it, hole, and actually showed up to the joint practice and fist bumped Jalen Mills. I never thought I'd see Howie out of his cave. I really didn't. I thought he hibernates in there I thought he stays in there for about 363 days with his own draft board, stalking prospects. But, I mean, at least he's not in there 365 days and only 363. But, hey, whatever. But, hey, at least Howie actually appeared. So, the practice report, well, this practice report's old at this point, but we really don't have a lot in terms of injuries compared to what we used to. Now we just only have really guys like Dillard, Stevens. Those guys, I think, I don't know. That one I put in like the day after the last recording session for the podcast, and then it's outdated. I never thought of it, so I mean, I'm not a genius. But there was also, well, no, that's actually Jalen Mills too. Mills still has the green hair, and he still is the Green Goblin, which I find kind of ironic. Well, I missed one. No, I didn't. Never mind. I thought I missed one. And then there was also Nelson Aguilar, who returned to a joint practice, or showed up to a joint practice with Philly. On the opponent side, looks a lot bigger than I think he kind of did in Philadelphia. Hey, hopefully you can track a ball now, dude. That and you don't give up on plays. But hey, who am I to judge? Eh? I'm not going to slip another Canadian joke in. I've already gotten enough in today as it is. But Derek Barnett did have another injury, a shoulder injury, and was day-to-day. I think he has come back off the injury report. Jalen Hurts was reportedly blown away by teammates. And hey, if that's actually really true, great. I want to hear that, because then that means he's got some respect from his teammates and all that. That's good. I want to hear that. Then the Seahawks signed Jamal Adams to a 4-year, $70 million extension with $38 million. Giants traded a corner, Isaac Yiadom, to the Packers for Josh Jackson. And then the Panthers traded tackle Greg Little for a 7th rounder. The Jamal signing, he got paid big. He would have gotten a little bit bigger if he was qualified as a linebacker, but I think there was some story out that it was more just they wanted to qualify him as a safety just so they could pay him a little bit less. And I love it how I'm talking about that in the first comment, said glorified linebacker. He's not really a glorified linebacker, though. He's more of a, you can play him a little bit everywhere. He's not Owusu-Koramoah, but he's close. I give a little bit more credit to Owusu-Koramoah in the slot. Actually, I give a lot more credit, but who am I to judge? Let me get to the cuts. Oh, also, I don't know if my mic picked it up, but someone out there actually noted, who is a Michigan fan, by the way, which I know, Michigan fan, right? Taco Charlton was cut by the Chiefs. I did and didn't expect that at the same time. I mean, he's a Michigan guy, so I'm slightly happy. He's also a former Dallas Cowboy, again. But it always sucks to see a guy cut like that. Especially dropped from where he used to be. But let me get to the Eagles cuts, because I don't have them for some reason. After like Wednesday, for some reason I really don't have tweets. So, someone who I said was outside the bubble already, has been cut. I think I said it on Coach Dante's stream like a day or two ago. Yeah, I did. It was yesterday between the fantasy drafts. I was over on Coach Dante's channel. I said Lavert Hill is outside looking in. He got cut. Actually, he was waived. Eagles waived Jamon Osborne, Hakeem Butler, center Harry Kreider. Now Osborne and Butler are receivers, and corner Lavert Hill. And then they did something else that I also don't have. They put Jason Krum on IR, who is believed to have a season-ending injury. I think it was kind of confirmed. But signed tight end Carrie Angeline, and he is, I guess, a local product. So, hey, local guy gets a chance, but he's only a camp buddy. He's only a camp buddy, but glad to see him get a chance as a local guy. Alright. Yeah, that's it. Oh. But, alright, let's get into the fantasy football. So, in League 1, I did not stream this, but we were in a Discord Discord call for this, and it was actually kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, he hasn't accepted or declined my proposal yet. Why not? I'll talk about that in a second. But I'm rolling with a team called Don't Think Win, and there's supposed to be a comma, but it won't let me put a comma. Screw you, Yahoo Fantasy Football. But my draft looks like I got Josh Dobbins in the first, pick 13. So I was the 13th out of 14 teams in the draft order. I got Josh Allen, J.K. Dobbins, Cooper Kupp, Noah Fant, Deontay Johnson, James Robinson, Tampa Bay defense, Tyler Bass, Dawson Knox, Henry Ruggs, Derek Carr, Cleveland, Ty Hilton, Cole Kmet, Christian Kirk, Boston Scott, and Tariq Cohen in that order from 1 to 17. Still trying to acquire, and I think my trade got declined. No, I'm still waiting. I am trying to get Chase Claypool from one of our other guys. Darth, if you're listening, give me Chase. But I have tried to offer him Deontay Johnson, another Pittsburgh receiver, and T.Y. Hilton. And right now I've heard nothing. I've tried to offer him Deontay, who's projected to have a better season in my league because we're buffed up on points and all that. Nothing. So, come on, guy, please. But right now, I've got a starting lineup of Josh Allen, Cooper Kupp, Deontay Johnson, J.K. Dobbins, Boston Scott, Noah Fant, Deontay Harris, and Henry Ruggs. Harris and Ruggs are my flex guys, and I'm so happy I at least have a Notre Dame guy. I have to have one. There's always someone decent. I do like the lineup of Tampa Bay and Cleveland at defense. I think Cleveland's slightly underrated, especially with how young it is, so that's a bold play if it works out, boys. I even like having Henry Ruggs, but I'll pull him out of the flex for Christian Kirk for right now. Because right now Kirk's projected slightly better. And I need all I can if I want to try to beat who I'm playing, who it's a 2-point differential, so I need everything I can get. Now in this league, I did get, now the draft grades I kind of am iffy on, especially in our leagues. But apparently, according to this, I got a B draft rating. And according to average draft position pick number minus average draft position, my 1 was a bad pick, my 2 wasn't as bad, my 3 wasn't as bad, my 4 was horrible. But everything else other than that wasn't that bad or was good. But a lot of my guys have a bye week on week 6 or week 7. I lose 1350 points from week 6 and then just over 900 from week 7. Other than that, I won't lose I only lose over 500 one more time in terms of points. My squad has 3.5 years of NFL experience, average, second youngest in the league. But I didn't pick a rookie. I have the second most difficult schedule. And I took the first quarterback off the board, apparently. Yeah, I did. My best pick, according to this, was Ty Hilton. And my reach pick was Noah Fant. Yeah, he was my 4th pick. He was an early 4th. But in terms of projected, in terms of my team compared to the league, I'm supposed to score 50 points more in terms of quarterback, just about the same at 200 for running back, just even at receiver, lower at tight end by a little bit, just under 200, just over 200 at kicker, just over the league average, and just over the league average in defense. So apparently my quarterback position and my kicker and defense position will really be the carriers. Hey, somebody's got a bye week 7 too, or that they got a lot of players down the starting roster, so yeah, that'll be my week. The toughest weeks for me should be week 3, week 4, week 15. And week 9, week 8, and week 11. So hopefully I show up. I'm really hoping my team shows up. I'm projected to finish 7th of 14 and make the play. I'm supposed to be a fringe playoff team, but I'm so surprised. Our guy who picked first picked Run CMC last year and got screwed because he got hurt, so he picked Derrick Henry. Next guy up picks Run CMC. But the first round was the round of the quarterbacks, or the round of the running backs. I was the only one to take a quarterback. Nobody took a quarterback till round 3, and that was one quarterback. And then the next quarterback came off the board following. And then in round 5, I was looking to get Chase Claypool. He got scooped up in the first pick. I was so mad because I wanted to pick him over Deontay Johnson. I really did. He screwed me. Not in that way. But yeah, my week 1 matchup, the real big thing is Edwards-Helaire versus Boston Scott. But my backup running backs don't seem too great either. I'm not deep at backup running back. I'm actually just carrying enough running backs to have on my roster. I don't have I do have a 3rd running back, but that's Josh Robinson. James Robinson. I want to cut T.Y., but I'm not going to cut T.Y. I might drop Cleveland's defense for another running back for now. Then again, we got no good running backs on the market, and the waiver wire's gone, so I can immediately swoop somebody up. And at this point, I'm just good with what I've got unless I want to trade for another back. And then we've got our other league, the Armchair Football League, which we streamed for the draft. You can go check that out on Eagles Uncensored or Philly Foothills' channels. Watch that. That was fun. That was really fun. I walked away with Josh Allen as my starting quarterback, Keenan Allen as my starting receiver, followed with Chase Claypool. My starting 2 running backs are J.K. Dobbins and Ronald Jones II. My tight ends, T.J. Hawkinson, and my wide receiver, or my flex guy is, what's his name? Mike Williams. I never want to say his name's Mike for some reason. Then on my bench, I've got Jamison Crowder, a receiver, Dawson Knox, a tight end, Derek Carr, obviously quarterback, Kenyon Drake, running back, and Garrett Everett, tight end. I'm trying to deal Everett for Cole Kmet right now, and I'm waiting. I think that deal got declined. Thinking about it now, dude, did that get declined? Come on, give me my tight end. Please, Bird Gang. Everett's projected to have more points. I don't know what you're talking about, but at kicker, I've got Tyler Bass, as I like to call him, Mr. Automatic right now until he misses a kick. And then I've got Minnesota and Cleveland as my defenses. This is not buffed up scoring. This is a normal league, which has had no tampering to the points. And I'll actually tell the story about the thing quick. So, I've got a picture of him from a thing. Something that happened before stream. It was a joke. He was messing around before, because Philly Foothills hasn't had great internet recently, so he was messing around trying to act like he froze beforehand. But I got a good picture of him. He is our photo in our league, or my photo in our league, and then I stole his name, which is Week Old Meat. I made it Month Old Meat until he saw it. Then I changed it a couple times, and now I am, what am I? Hunting for W's. But hey, I found a good name. I was having trouble with it, but go check that clip out. It is hilarious. It's near the beginning of the stream. You gotta see it if you haven't. But anyways, this has been the Common Flock. I will see you guys next week. Actually, no. I gotta say this now. There will not be a Common Flock Sunday next week. I've got personal stuff to attend to. It will not be till Monday. Same thing with the Golden Dome and the Fighter from 3 if I can have it. They will also be Monday. So, I'll be back Monday, probably. I won't be back over the weekend. I will be here during the week. I will leave during the weekend. I will be back for Monday for the podcast. See you then.